Good morning. Today is day 9. I stayed at the Butler Lodge last night in hopes that I would get some kind of view for sunset, but then a storm rolled in, so shocking. I have two options today: the regular or the new AT, the new Long Trail or the old Long Trail. If I go old Long Trail, it sets me up better for tomorrow in that shelter, but I have to go in and resupply today into Waterbury, so we'll see, or resupply tomorrow, so we'll see. This is trail, guys. It rained most of the night last night. I don't think keeping dry feet is going to happen today. This area is so pretty. This is also like an area that is close to where it flooded. So I can only imagine what this was like during that flooding recently. I'm assuming all this was washed out by the floods as well. Alright, this is the Taylor Lodge. Kind of looks like a jail cell. And a little dark in here. Also, I don't think that's stopping any bears getting in. Another day, another ladder. Somewhat overview. Just ready to beat a puffer. Shoes, I just went like mid-shin deep in mud. This part of the section of the trail has been pretty wrecked from the flooding, I think. Or it's always like this. It's just kind of crap. Yeah. I always like these almost above tree line areas. Lunch with a view. Huh. See that guy right there? Yeah, I was sitting really close to him. No clue what kind of snake that is. Don't want to know. Yep. In other news, this is Harrington's View. And I'm trying to decide to push 7 miles. I don't have service right now. I can't check to see if there's a hotel. But if I push, then I don't know. I can stay in a hotel, resupply in the morning, and decide if I want to skip ahead or keep going the course. All right, so I decided to go to the shelter. I just grabbed water right here just because the shelter is 0.3 off trail, and then the water is even further. Luckily there's water flowing right there, and I cleaned off my legs, so let's see if I can keep them clean until I get there. We'll see. I do not know why it took so long to set up my tent on a platform. I don't know. I know you're supposed to use these little guys, but nothing would have been tied out good. I think it's supposed to rain tonight. The shelter's supposed to have mice, so we're gonna set up out here. First of all, look at this fancy hair. So I think after over 2,000 miles, I'm finally gonna camp alone tonight. I mean, it needs to be done, right? But not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't have cell service, but I do have my satellite phone. So that's good. But yeah. I do think, though, I have come to the decision, I think I'm going to, when I'm in Waterbury tomorrow, I'm going to try to reach out to some shuttle drivers and maybe flip up to Rutland to Killington and start the AT there, and just kind of continue and get the Appalachian Trail miles that I missed. This past week has probably been acute, like everything that I disliked about the AT has been like part of this week. The constant mud, the rocks, the sketchy trails, or are they even trails? The slick rock face, the slow, like tedious, monotonous hiking. There's been a few cool things. Mansfield was fun, minus like some of the parts that it was fun, but it was a little worrisome by myself. And then I liked Sterling Pond, but I was rushing. It was raining that day. I was going into town. And then honestly, the only times that I've really enjoyed out here is when French fries came and visited me. This next section is supposed to be one of the prettier parts on the trail, and I don't want to rush it. Like, I don't want to feel like I have to just like blow through it to make the miles. My knee's been screaming at me a little bit, so I'm not trying to make it too angry. And I think what I'll do is catch that section this fall when the bugs will be less, it'll be drier. Maybe even, I know some people from the AT that are going to be doing it this fall. Maybe I can coordinate swinging out there and hanging out with those guys for that section. So I think that's the plan. Tomorrow I have about 6-ish, well, I like 0.3 to get back to trail from this campsite. Then about 6-ish to get to the road where I will hitch into, well, I'll get to the road. I'll see where I can get the best deal for a hotel room. And then I will work on finding shuttles who can pick me up and take me down to Killington. The terrain, that part of the AT is a little bit rollier. That would allow me to hopefully make it to Upper Goose Pond when Fib is doing her caretaking like we wanted to, so I can spend the night there with her and then hike out and finish the AT miles. It would just be really cool to have her there with me since she was pretty much my ride or die for half of the trail. So that's the plan. I'm gonna have dinner. Another thing out here, I guess there's a National Guard that's close by. So all day, every day for the last 4, maybe 5 days, all I hear is like semi-automatic rifles being shot all day long. Like, and I really, hopefully maybe that's just summer training. I don't know if that's year round or not. But it's been kind of wearing on me. It's not really peaceful. Like it's already such a mental game. But then it just, I don't know. It's not really peaceful listening to semi-automatic guns. I know they have to train, but unfortunate that you can hear it from the trail. So, all right, I'm gonna eat. Then I'm gonna get horizontal because I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night because there was mice in the shelter. Yeah, they were going to town. Luckily not on my stuff, other people's stuff, because they left stuff out and they shouldn't have. But there was one time it woke me up like I was dead asleep. I think I was like getting 1.5 hour naps. I was dead asleep and I heard like the like little feet, and like it ran across. Like I used my footprint of my tent in the shelters to put under my pad so I don't get a hole in it, and I could just hear it run across there, and it woke me up. So yeah, it was like hour and a half naps, pretty much all night long. So yeah, hopefully I sleep. Probably not, because I'm by myself, so I'll psych myself out with every sound tonight. But that's okay. At least after tonight, I can officially say I slept alone in the shelter, or camped alone, because I'm not sleeping in the shelter because there's supposedly mice in this one. So trying to capture the gunshot noise that I've been listening to for days on end. We'll see if it is loud enough for you guys to hear. Still going. It is 7:45 at night. Guess what? I hear voices, so I'm not gonna have to camp alone.